him up. Gets 2. Gets 3. What a hit that hits him 65%. Wow! And does it go in? It goes in! It goes in!
The line swing 5-1. 2 4v1. 4v none.
Capture the objective.
Defend the point. Strike as one.
Okay, so apparently I was muted that whole time. I was muted that whole time, but during that time, Marietta does pull out the first win. The first one. There was a swap to the Wrecking Ball at the end there, as we saw. The swap to the Wrecking Ball at the end. Here, as we move to the second point of Lijiang Tower Daytime. Normally, it's not the second point. Normally, we don't get to see this point, but now we do get to see this point. So we're going to see an interesting composition here. An interesting composition.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round.
And obviously here, just making sure that everything is set up here perfectly fine. Everything is good to go. Let's get back to this action of an action-packed first Lijiang Tower. Marietta does take the first point, though. So, oh, and look at that. The Lucio and the Baptiste from Murray State. Murray State's already on point. So, Marietta playing a little bit from the back foot. And he's gonna get down the sentry turret, as I believe, yeah, the sentry turret's from the Symmetra. And so now Portal's gonna start getting on the point. Juggernaut and Ben collecting some kills, and he's gonna get booped up. No, he's not gonna get booped up. Great save there from Portal. OP Knees taking one down, and he's rest stuck in the corner. OP Knees, and OP Knees just going off right now, constantly going off. Except the credit to Ben though with the slow from the Ramatra, from his Ramatra E. Great use there to slow down the Reinhardt's charge enough to get that kill. Amazing work there. And they're going to be right on point again. Right back on point. And now Murray State does have control of this point. OP Knees almost at all. OP Knees at all. OP Knees at all. Now he's going to be right in there. Right on the edge, just trying to not get booped up by this Lucio. The Lucio falls. He's wreaking havoc in the back line. Everybody watch your backs. He's not Reaper. It's Genji. It's Portal Runner. Getting 4 there. What? He dashed into the back line and got 4. Excuse me? What the heck did I just witness there? And Lunar collecting the final kill on what would have been an ace. What would have been an ace for Portal, except it's just called a 5-player kill streak in this. And so he's gonna only be able to get the line Justice and get the line 1, and Ben just says no to that, getting 2, surviving the shatter, and Lunar and Judd collecting the final 2. The final 2 as the respawn waves start to come in. That means that Murray State is staggered, which is why you see sometimes our players will just sometimes just stop. Well, they will just let themselves die. And that is because of the game's respawn waves. If you die after a respawn wave, you actually take longer to come back. So it's not ideal. And so yes, but as that happened, Portal's gonna get 1 again. Just Portal wreaking havoc. It doesn't matter. He's getting 4 off of that. Another 4-piece from Portal. Another great blade. And now OP Knees. Speaking of boops, OP Knees gets the boot this time. He's not Lucio. He's Farah. That's for sure. That's a huge play. A huge play from the Pioneers here. The Pioneers, Murray State might have one more moment to touch here, to touch the point. They're on point. They're on point, and I do not know if Marietta recognizes this. Yes, they will. They will recognize it and start to react to it. Closing down, clamping down, not letting the Tracer get away with that one. The ball, the only one left to stand. One to stand the ball, not going down, so falling. He's gonna get slept there, but he's gonna bring it right back up. Ben, the team on his shoulders. Come on, man. Getting 1, getting 2, and 3. Lunar helping him. Waiting for the Tracer. They just need to get that ball off of point. The ball's doing everything he can to stay on point. And now, the overtime, it will start to tick here. It will start to tick down. And yes, the Tracer does touch. The Tracer touches again. And now it's just a brawl on point again. Just waiting for that Tracer to peek out. Get that Tracer down. Getting one. Ben, OP Knees getting one. And now Jug and OP Knees, Lunar and OP Knees will get stuck here. Jug does have the Suzu to get out of it. And now it's just back. And we're doing this again. Doing it again. The knock off the point, 41%. Ben with ult. Suffer as he has. Lucio will suffer. Lucio will fall. A 25-player kill streak from Ben to get Marietta the first map of this game. And Portal. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's Havoc in the back line here. That was an interesting camera. Havoc in the back line, getting 1, 2, 3, and 4. He's no Tracer, but he certainly knows how to get into the back line of the opponents and cause some havoc there. Hi guys, it's Magic Ninja 107 here. I apologize for the earlier technical difficulties, but we are back. As you saw there, a tightly contested first point on Lijiang Tower, and then a just as hotly contested second point on Lijiang Tower as well. You saw the ball. You saw Marietta State not giving up, not letting them have that one for free, and Marietta just able to adapt and persevere throughout that. Obviously there was a lot of pushback from Marietta State. Marietta did a good job of clamping down and keeping them off their footing enough. They staggered them enough to where respawn waves were not in their favor that entire game, and they're gonna start banning hybrid. So because I had to start very, very quickly, I have some things to go over really quickly. Obviously, because these are the finals, we are always looking for high schoolers or college transfers recruiting for the next year, the 2025 semester. Fortnite, Overwatch, and Valorant, we have teams for those. We're looking for more League of Legends, Rocket League, Rainbow Six Siege, and Smash Ultimate. And no, esports scholarships available with tryout. That is not a typo. We really do have scholarships for tryouts. Yes, unfortunately there are no more in-person tryout dates this semester, but you can always schedule one online. And the steps to try out, well, you have 3 steps. Fill out the recruitment inquiry form at bit.ly/mcrecruit. Schedule tryout for scholarship at bit.ly/mcesporttryout. And finally, join the Discord server. And also, who better to meet on there than our head coach, Derek Games, who will be doing those trials as well, and he's also looking for high school virtual meetings. You can contact him if you know a high school that would like to have a virtual meeting. Then that would be always appreciated. And we do have some bans coming in here. Marietta does get the next map will be hybrid. Marietta bans Blizzard World. And the map will be Midtown. It is a hybrid map. So, obviously, the final announcement I will make is we thank you for all of your support. And, there's this thing called Prime Gaming. If you have Amazon Prime, you get a free sub to Twitch, to any Twitch channel of your choice. Hopefully it will be ours. We do appreciate the support. And the 836 followers, by the way, we passed 800 followers, which is a huge milestone. So thank you guys for your support and your continued support of this channel. As ready checks are coming back in here, so we're not really gonna go away. However, I will do this. So obviously the 2-0, a hard-earned 2-0 there, and I do, and I was talking to OP Knees before the match. He said that I asked him, like, hey, how you guys feeling? We hyping everybody up. The energy is palpable. It's the finals, of course. And right as I'm starting this monologue, they are gonna get ready up here. So I'm gonna get ready to press the game. Here we go. Going in, and obviously getting back to the story. Marietta up 1-0. OP Knees, Portal, Ben, and Lunar Ghost. Really quickly, let's go over the roster. That was the one thing I forgot. We're gonna have Jeffrey, Dolby, Porter, Runner, Miguel Ortiz as Lunar Ghost, Eric Schnegg as Juggernaut, Zachary Simpkins as OP Knees, and Ben Norris, the freshman tank, who's been making waves ever since his debut when they shut out Shannon Noah. And of course, we have to thank our coaches, Argo, Bailey Argo, and Derek Games Grump, our head coach. So we're gonna get right back into the game here. Obviously, hybrid. You take the point here, right, and you escort it all the way to the end, and then at the end, then you swap sides, and the other team gets to do it. So, obviously, I was talking to them before the game. We all were, we're all hyping up, and I heard OP Knees go, yeah, so it's gonna be, expect this to go all 6 maps, and they're going into it with the mentality of, we're gonna have to fight, we're gonna have to claw our way to this hard-earned victory, and they do deserve it. They've been playing phenomenal all year, as our other games did as well. But at the end of the day, it's still another opponent. Murray State is in the finals for a reason, so we're gonna get this back into the action here, because we're already gonna get a lot of engagements. This is an interesting comp from an interesting composition from Murray State. A Tracer, Cassidy, Sigma, Ana, and Baptiste lineup here. Lunar and OP Knees already going up, already getting them, and oof, Ben is just all up in the thick of it right now. As Juggernaut is able to respawn, and Portal also up in the thick of it. Getting out of there, just staying alive if he can. Checking on, the supports. This support crew of Juggernaut and Lunar it cannot be overstated. They have done so much. They have helped the teams do so much. And right as I say that, Juggernaut does in fact get a rock to the face. Yikes, he takes a little bit of concrete to the face there. So Marietta just wants to leave them, and oof, OP Knees falling to the Tracer there. Oh, he's gonna get the jump on them, and he will. Ben and Portal getting the jump and holding the line here. Just holding. All up in it. Ben all up in it, just trying to get them to stop, and Portal gonna stop them here. All up in it. And yeah, it's gonna force the Cassidy back. Great hold from Marietta. However, this is where things are gonna get interesting. Portal is 1% off of ult. Sigma, Ana, and Baptiste are all only 1 to 2 1% off of ult, as Ana and right as I say that, Ana and Baptiste get their ults. Portal gets his ult as well. And OP Knees 95% off of ult. And we're gonna see a blade here. The countdown from OP Knees, and let the chaos begin. And he's only gonna get one there, but it's still another, and OP Knees will clean up. And what is that melody? The Sigma gets nobody on that ult. That was a bit of a whiff, and now Ben, I think, chasing a little bit. Yep. There we go. The nano boost on to the Sigma here. Might not get much, but there is a lot of sustain. There is somebody on point. Somebody was capping point there. I believe it was the Tracer. And OP Knees, being the Tracer that he is, he knows. OP Knees kills him. What? He did not fall off the map. That's interesting. That's interesting. Said he killed himself there. I don't think that's what happened. Usually the singular player title, the singular player card, kill death. What is it? The kill feed. That means that they fell out of the world. And Ben's starting to go, and he's gonna get slapped at Lunar. OP Knees. He wants to win this. He gets 3. Portal gets the Ana, and Ben is just pushing them back and running back. Oh my gosh. Okay, come on, boys. Come on, guys. And just holding. Murray State is going to make one last push here. This is all that they have. The Kitsune Rush will be used, and he's going to get straight to work there with Ben, Oda, and The Cassidy falls. Yes, I did make a JoJo reference. Thank you for asking. We're just gonna see Portal just taking over on point. Lunar takes down the tank. A support took down the tank, and OPDs and Lunar and Ben all combine to hold and shut down the first point. So this is amazing. This is amazing. A great position to be in for anybody who's played Overwatch competitively, because you know what that means. All they have to do is just capture the point, and then they win this, and then they win this map. So they will win this map 1-0 because they kept Murray State from capping the point. Obviously, it's the same point here, same point here, same objective. 2 seconds till we see those hero compositions. If it ain't broke, don't fix it for Marietta. Love to see this composition come out. And of course, Lunar and Jug, just they are insane when it comes to healing. I don't think I've ever seen a player on the lineup go under like 500 HP at any point, or really low HP, and even if there are really low HP, then they're quickly cared for and healed back up to full. So obviously going here, and here we go. The defense being Murray State here. And now Marietta starting to go, spotting the turret. But won't, and now he's gonna start to flank. Yeah, the Ashe there, a little knowing that the flank's gonna be there, but it's not gonna matter. Portal's still taking down the Ashe there. Great job there. And now running, just jumping through the I'm gonna call it the hyper ring from Lunar there. Lunar's hyper ring boosting him on the point, and Portal just diving in there and getting the heck out of there, diving back in there. Well, both supports gonna fall victim to Portal. Yeah, Portal getting away with all sorts of murder. So is Ben and Portal and OPDs and everybody on Marietta is getting away with all sorts of murder right now. As you saw the googly eyes on there. Yes, this is still the April Fool's Day update, and they win. Marietta. That was a very, very quick second map. Wow. Who will it go to? Who's it gonna be? It's gonna be OPDs. And with the googly eyes there. Standing proud with those googly eyes. And a little fresh on the camera. Getting one, getting two. Bang, bang, bang. I love you, kitchen gun. He started blasting with those rockets and kept them off the point here. An amazing second map there, which was only helped by the fact that they did not let them capture the point. And because of that, all Mary had to do was just capture. So that sounds an insane, like, just absolute annihilation from the Pioneers on this map currently. And the DPS is just goes without saying. Portal, I don't think I've seen Portal die all that much in this match. As I say that, I'm gonna knock on wood really quickly. Do you see there's this thing called the Caster's Curse? Hold on. All right, knocked on wood there. Not gonna curse them here. And obviously very, 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 and it's outstanding performance from Portal and outstanding performance from OPDs. But how about that support crew of Lunar and Jug? Just they know how to play the game, and the bans are going to come in, but we are going, I think we're going to, it's going to be Esperanza is going to be the third map. The ban is New Queen. Yeah, the ban is New Queen, and the map will be Esperanza here. So we're going to take a very, very, very quick break here so I can go grab some water, and when we come back, Map 3, match point, Marietta, for all the marbles. And we are back here, Esperanza, the staging ground for the third map. And match point again for Marietta, as we have a sub. So I'm kind of happy I went to break for a few reasons. One, I can rest my throat because, well, casting takes a decently good voice, you know. And obviously we have a sub here. It's going to be Lunar Ghost, and it's going to be the duo of Lunar Ghost and T-Nuck this time on support. T-Nuck probably gonna end up playing either Brigitte. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Do not crucify me if I'm not. Or Ana. It's gonna be Kiriko Lucio. Is this the possibility that we're gonna see a dive comp here from Marietta? Obviously, Ben going with the Winston. Portal and OPNs not swapping off of those DPS. But here we go. Fighting 10 minutes. Match point. Marietta. I'm gonna test the camera there. And there we go. Already at the point here. Move that Lucio. Just poking that ball. And now we're gonna see a wrecking ball. I believe it's gonna be a wrecking ball dive comp here. From them. Oh, he's just gonna go straight into it. Along with Portal there. Portal there to back him up. Portal there. He's gonna back off there. They do have control of the robot here. Marietta State does have control of the robot. Oof. Lunar does fall, not off the Juno, playing Kiri now. And Portal just waiting. Portal just waiting as that Tracer blinks and blinks straight into 3 shurikens to the dome. So, suffice to say. Obviously, Ben going straight back into it. Getting poked by this Tracer here. And 10 meters. That is as much as we have pushed this robot here, ladies and gentlemen. Marietta up. For those of you just joining us, Marietta winning the first 2 maps at his match point. And Ben going to take down Lucio. Lunar Portal Runner and OPNs, who has swapped to the Mercy. The Mercy, the Tracer. Oh my gosh. The Tracer. OPNs does know how to play that Tracer. So this is going to be interesting. We're going to see some OPNs Tracer gameplay. 3 blinks used. Now he's just going to try to keep on that. He's going to try to just keep on them. He's going to get hindered and he's going to go down. Portal now falling. Ben, Lunar, and T-Nuck the only ones that stand. And Ben and T-Nuck gonna start to go to work, get some kills there. And now Ben gonna get healed. Lunar and T-Nuck do fall. So Ben is gonna try to do all he can to take one out, but he won't. And it's not going to be a team wipe for Marietta. And now, one of the biggest things you need to remember as a Tracer player is where those health packs are. The forward spawn has been collected for Marietta State, and now Marietta collects the robot right back. All right, OBN is gonna use that. Gonna use the blink there. Let me get back into it. Ben, getting melted. Lunar also getting melted. Just try to get out of there with as much as he can, and T-Nuck's also gonna get melted as well. OPNs is able to get out. But yeah, maybe he's just gonna get jumped. There's not much you can do there. Not much you could do there. Just waiting for everybody to get back, and everybody to get back, everybody to be ready for this next point. As OPNs is gonna swap back to Farah, obviously. That seemed to work really well. That did seem to work really well. He's gonna blade OPNs. Yeah, a little bit of a desk slam there. As the minefield does come out from the ball, the wrecking ball there. And now Soldier gonna take the nano boost. This Portal absolutely disrespecting this nano boost here, this nano combo. And now right as I swap over to the Ben, he's gonna go Primal Rage. And yeah, and Marietta State is going to answer back with an ult of their own. The Lucio ult, the sound barrier, Ben getting 2. And now Lunar and Ben on a bit of an island here. Maybe they should get back with the team. Oh, that's why, because they're bringing the bat, because they're bringing the robot back. 91 meters is what they have to beat. And they do, and the enemy has lost their forward spawn. So that means they have to go back to the regular spawn, which is just obviously harder. And their ball's gonna be in the back line. They do have to watch that. T-Nug's gonna fall, swapping to the Brigitte, swapping to Marietta. And now Lunar using that Kitsune rush just to help Ben, and Ben getting out Vespa there. Just all up in their faces. Marietta just doesn't have much time. And he's just gonna hold that, deflect all those bullets, do a lot of damage to the ball. Oh, if he gets the ball, if he takes down the ball, that'd be amazing. But we've been focusing on him too much. Going back to OP's POV, and then Ben's POV. Ben looking to jump, probably to dive into this, as the ball is there. A lot of ults have been used in this match, in this one specifically. So this is gonna be interesting. Lunar and Portal! Oh my gosh, Portal getting two! Holy! This man, he is on something today. On something. And now, just gonna deflect all those and get healed up as well. He has the blade. OP's does have the rocket barrage, so there I think they're waiting just for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity to get back out of there. As we do hear the jump from the Winston there. It ends now. Let's see. Ben and Portal quickly going to shut down the overclock, as that's a huge ult taken out really quickly. And another minefield gonna be spent here. We're playing Minesweeper now in Overwatch. Apparently that was part of the April Fool's update. No, it wasn't. And now Lunar and T-Nug both falling to the pulse bomb there. And OP needs again with the weird. How did he die? I'm contemplating that myself. Well, but I know how Portal dies. And now Portal dies, and now Ben, to survive that, it's gonna pop Primal. And just, get back to the robot as much as you can. OP's swapping to the Tracer here. A few desk slams, a little bit of emotion from him. The tensions are going to be really high. The frustration is going to be a lot. Portal, Lunar, and Ben do end up falling there. And this Wrecking Ball has been a bit of a problem. Marietta has a long way to go, but I've seen them come back, so this is gonna be interesting. Once Marietta gets some of those ults online, I think once T-Nug gets his rally there. Once he gets his rally, Portal diving in, getting one. Can he get two? But no, Ben is gonna clean up. Ben, OP knees, and Portal Runner just all up in the face of that Sojourn, and now 1v1 duel with the Tracer. Just waiting. OP knees wins the duel for now, as he is the one who has survived. As he is the one who survived the match against his own, really. Oh dang! And the ball coming rolling in. Insert bowling reference here, and now he's engaged with T-Nug. Who will be unable to help. Will be unable to get that kid out to try and heal that. And now he's gonna fall. Oof. Just a lot in the corner, and geez, this ball, this Tracer, are just bullying Marietta right now. And he's gonna have to get out. He's gonna have to get back. And now Ben falls. Lunar, T-Nug. Lunar has swapped back to Juno. Lunar, T-Nug, and Portal they do have the blade. They does have the blade. And I noticed that Murray State has started to be. Yeah, here we go. The blade starting. Then again, a pick with that the sound barrier there to help him survive. And Lunar just getting bullied Lunar is just getting bullied back there. Lunar dead. Lunar is down. Juno is down. And Tina does have the rally. 30 seconds remain. Marietta does have to get this robot going. Now just watching this in the last few moments as this round takes down. It's crunch time, fellas. Let's see what you got. And now Marietta starting to pick up the tempo. Gonna use the orbital ray there. The overclock also spent. OP knees. Ben. And yeah, Lunar gets the Lucio there. They do have to get this past 107 meters. So Marietta does have a bit of a trek to go through. Starting the push here. That ball in the back line already starting to cause a little bit of havoc. As OP knees just poking from a distance, trying to get this. He does have the pulse bomb on the Lucio. He does not. He has the pulse bomb. And the rally will be spent, will be used. Let's hope it's enough to rally Marietta to a win here. And oof, T-Nuck's gonna fall from that. OP knees is gonna get one from that. Now OP knees in bed, just in the middle of it. Oof. Just a lot. Deflecting all those bullets. And now Portal is the only one who stands on this point. Keeping hopes and dreams alive. And Marietta will lose this map. Murray State taking this one. Like he said, like OPNE said, it is not going to be an easy match. Played the game, obviously, with Tracer there. At the end there. Okay, that's interesting. That's an interesting play of the game here. As now we're gonna go to a push map, I believe, is the next map. Good maps, GG's going out in the chat there. Marietta just unfortunately unable to deal with that Lucio and Wrecking Ball combo there as well. Good games, good games, good maps going out in the chat, as we do have a map 4. We're going to go to map 4. Will this go all the way? It would be amazing if it did. But at this point, if it goes to a map 5, the Flashpoint map, then it's going to be a battle of stamina at that point. It's whoever has the most stamina and willingness to stick it out. So while we wait for map to be picked and things to be set up for the next map, we're going to take a break here. So don't go away. Map 4 on the cards in this finals showdown, a thriller when we return. And we are back here really, we are back here. Excuse me, my voice is kind of dying. We're gonna have a sub out for T-Nuck. It's gonna be T-Nuck out, Juggernaut in, and we go from one rock song to the next rock song as we enter New Junk City. Flashpoint here on a map 4. Now finals, a semi-final, excuse me, not the finals, the semi-finals thriller here. And as we get going here, we are going to be watching. And we're going to see OP Knees coming out with the Torbjorn here. Torbjorn. The Torbjorn there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initial flashpoint.
And we're going to get right back into it. And we're gonna just hop onto the, and we're gonna see OP Knees with the Torbjorn. We're gonna see that very quickly there. Just there we go. Now it is ready to go as Marietta does capture the point first. So Marietta does play with the advantage here very quickly. They are looking for this ball, and I was hearing them talk to the break. They know where this ball is going to be coming from, and then they started talking about like, okay, what are we going to do about this going from then on? During that time, the players were talking along with the coach, and it was mostly the players that were like, "Hey, well, we should probably do this." You know, what players suggested this, and in the end, the teamwork that they showed is just amazing in this moment, and it also shows the chemistry that they have sometimes. The chemistry of this Overwatch team, not really to be understated, as well. Obviously. And we're gonna start to see Ben just all up in it right now. OP Knees almost to all here. Ben all up in it. Portal and OP Knees just holding. OP Knees is on the point, though. This is an issue. He does have the lava. He does have the lava, and it allows the molten core will be spent. And he's gonna get one. He's gonna get the turret, not one else. Oof, and I think Ben gonna just try and hold as much as he can, but he's not gonna be able to get that, as it will be, as Murray State, signs of life here in the 4th map. And like I said, it becomes a stamina battle here. At this point, a stamina battle, a battle of wills, a battle of ready. They're all ready. Then he's gonna just fly over that minefield. Who needs to, disarm them all single one at a time? We need to just fly over it. That works too. Juggernaut is almost out. Both supports are down for Marietta, and now Portal and OPDs and Ben left to salvage and clean up the mess here. Keeping this up, a map 4 regional semifinal thriller. At my turret, as Torbjorn yells as his turret is destroyed. OP Knees' turret is destroyed. Now Ben does have ult, and he's gonna get slept, but immediately woken up from that turret. He's gonna get pushed back. He's gonna be on the point here. And then Marietta does almost capture point. And yes, now that they do have capture point. As there was what we call a C9 from Murray State, where they walked off a point. And now the nano boost gonna be used. Suffer as he has, and he suffer. Murray State will. They're all there. Portal's gonna get stuck. I mean, talk about yikes. Talk about a solo ult. I think that one was a little personal. And Ben, just on this point, he's been holding this whole time, and it allows it should allow Juggernaut. Juggernaut not going to be able to get back in time, and Murray State will get the first point. The next flashpoint. Now Marietta moving on to the next flashpoint. Flashpoint is one of the game modes where they understand that they can give a few. You know, it is not one of the ones that they played a lot, and this is going to be interesting to see how they recover, take back the lead. Portal, Lunar, and Jug all with Blade is, jeez, that is just very quickly, that ball's in their backline. That Wrecking Ball is in their backline, and Portal's gonna start to ult. Portal's gonna ult. Gonna get one, he's gonna get one of the supports at least, and the DPS with the help of Juggernaut. Open East does fall. Portal Runner, now 1%. Alone on point on an island against this Tracer. Saying no, blocking all those bullets. He's gonna get the Tracer down. Great job there. Oof. And now, Ben just there. He's gonna take where Marietta's gonna take control of this point. Great job. And at this point now, Ben is on the point here. Lunar and Jug do both have it. Do both have their ults. How about some speed? Yes. How about some speed? Yes. OPNs. OPNs takes down the Juno. Juno falls. He's gonna throw out his turret there as well. The turret's gonna turn around, and OPNs is gonna get one. And all those proximity mines are gonna fall as well. 55%. And now that's the thing about Flashpoint. The timer goes quicker in here. And back into it, automatically getting to there, and will we see something? Lunar keeps falling. He's unable to use his ult right now. His ult just non-existent. And speaking of ults, that is not, what's his name? And now, Ben and Lunar and Portal. Lunar and Portal are still up with ults, and now Portal's gonna fall. Lunar is forced to back off. They had all on the point, 99% on the point, and just will not be able to get it. And now they are just waiting for everybody to get back here. Portal also has ult. I think they're waiting for Ben's ult to come online here, as Portal's gonna take down the turret. Amazing there. And now ults being invested. Ults will be invested. Ben's gonna Portal will get slept there. OPNs has not used his ult. Ben and Lunar, the only two who were taken out that were unable to use the ult. OPNs and Portal holding strong on this point in this overtime. Just holding, just staying, just holding, and Marietta ties the second point. Great job, Portal. Great job, OPNs. We're all even at one. Marietta answers back with an equalizer here. And we're gonna see Mullet Man swap to Souljourn. A Souljourn swap here is an interesting one, but definitely probably good. Ben, Lunar, and OPNs have been saving their ults. Perhaps we're gonna see something, maybe. He is starting to engage. Yeah, he is starting to engage the enemy team, and now the orbital ray will be used there. Orbital ray will be used. OPNs, and Ben still engaged. So is Portal. Ben, they're just attacking this ball. They're not letting the ball even breathe without him taking damage. And now Marietta forces the ball off the point and take control of this point. Now, this is match point for Marietta as well. So if they win this, they win the series and they move on to the finals. OP Knees gets him down. Ben, OP Knees gets the Tracer down before she can properly aim the Pulse Bomb. A wild Pulse Bomb that does not get any value as OP Knees survives, and then Ben comes in to clean up the rest. 54%, 56, 57%, 58. Here, then there's a swap to May Souljourn. There is, and now I think there was a call about the ball. Yep, the Tracer, just using that Molten Core there as well. Alt's gonna be used. Alt's gonna be invested. Alt's here. Alt's invested. And now they are on the point. And now Murray State is on the point. And Anna does have both perks. He's gonna get slept here. And now Ben, Marietta collapsing on the final person of Murray State to take it 2-1. And now the third point. And now the swap. Now a swap there. And there we go. The engagement begins. Portal with the blade, Ben. And right as I swap, the blade's gonna just get the, yeah, you can lock the satellite vector. And he's only gonna get one there. OP Knees not content though. He does get one, and now Ben will use the counter ult. May down. Reaper almost down. Reaper down. Ramattra down? He's gonna get back on the point and keep capping that point. Never mind. The ult was used first by the ult was used first. And now Lunar and crew, the Marietta crew has arrived here. And Ben, oh my gosh, Ben is just so dangerously in the thick of it right now. He almost got the carry, and they're coughing just as loud as I am, as loud as I am casting this. The Reaper down, portal, Ben, a death for the team kill. Woo, woo, as I get a chance to catch my breath here. Whew. And re-engaging here, OP Knees and Luna, the only ones with ult to Marietta. I think that's all they're really gonna need here. May gonna get that. The ray will be spent. Lunar and OP Knees die. Lunar and OP Knees getting one. Portal getting one. Lunar will fall though, as the support does fall. OP Knees still there. Portal and OP Knees get a second team kill in a row. Shades of Shenandoah on the horizon for Marietta here. They do have Torb ult here. And he will invest this all here. He will invest the Molten Core. And the Reaper a very, very much telegraphed there. And now Ben, Portal, Ben, Portal, Ben, the team kill, and Marietta is going to the finals. They are not dead yet, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, Portal Runner, the Genji and the googly eyes there. Let's see this stuff here. Getting one, getting two there as well. Then there, Portal, Ben, for the perfect end. What a game there for Marietta, as Marietta takes a 4-map semi-final thriller. It just, wow. That final map was so just incredibly fast-paced, and Marietta kept so calm under the composure. And of course, Murray State, they fought with everything they had. And that's the good thing about these playoffs, is that you're going up against You're going to go up against people who are going to push your team. And when your team gets pushed, you evolve. So when we come back, of course, we're going to have an interview after that insane game. So don't go away. Interview when we return. Marietta wins 3-1. Welcome back. I am joined by the one, the only Genji, who has no chill. Porter Runner here.
Hello.
Obviously, a great match, great way to pull out the 3-1 victory in the semifinals, going to the finals. How was the energy after that? Because I could hear you guys through the walls.
Energy was pretty high. It's pretty high. Got pretty disappointed after our loss. Mental went down, but we locked back in. We won the match. Energy was top notch.
Top notch. A great there. Speaking of top notch, you want to talk about how you just dove like Legion Tower? You dive into their backline and get 4. What the heck, man? Like, how do you do it? How do you constantly pull out these magic plays?
That's just Genji. You just do what you gotta do. Play faster than them, kill their supports, get out, and kill the rest.
The big brain plays of Genji here.
We do it in the scrims. I do it in comp. We do it in our games. Lots of practice.
You practice how you play. Obviously, all the hours paying off here. A great match. Anything you want to say to the chat or just in general, because that was a huge match.
Nothing much. We're gonna win our finals. It's gonna be great. We're gonna keep playing Genji.
Yeah, jobs ain't done. Job is not done. You've had so many plays of the game though, and that was just enhanced by the googly eyes. I'm not gonna lie, that was perfect. April Fool's Day update, folks. We got to see it on the stream. So that's gonna do it for us tonight here. If you want to continue to follow us, the finals are next Friday. I believe at 8. I believe at 8 as well. So if you want to wait for those updates, you can follow us on Twitter, now X, Instagram, Snapchat, and then you can also subscribe to our YouTube and follow our Twitch channel, obviously. And yeah, so from Marietta Esports, my name is Magic Ninja 107, Magic Ninja 107, excuse me. Then that is Portal Runner, our Genji, our DPS, and we wish you all a good night.